Well, Steph, spring has sprung here in the Rockies.
It surely has. And in true spring fashion, today it is hot out here on the deck. Yesterday it was snowing.
Oh my gosh, wow. Well, the blue skies are amazing today, and that is just one of the reasons why I don't think I will ever move away from Colorado. And you have a closing today.
Yes, so my buyers actually closed on this home just about an hour ago. So they're incredibly excited about the memories they're going to get to make here with their kids and one day making it a full-time residence.
All right, so what are we going to talk about today in this video?
So I think as we go in, I definitely want to share a little bit about this home so that you understand the price point a little bit. But even more so, we know this home isn't going to be on the market anytime soon. They just bought it today.
Right.
It's really about home ownership and some of the unique challenges that are presented when you purchase a home in the mountains, especially if you're not here full time. So we'll talk about snow removal, hot tub maintenance, trash, water sensors, a handful of those things as we walk through the home. So be sure you follow along. Even if this isn't your price range or the location you want to be, there's still going to be some great material in here.
That's right, because I feel like everyone has those same questions about all of those different aspects of their home that they purchase here. So what was the price point again?
It was $2,574,000. And this home is a 4-bed, kind of 5, we'll talk about that, 4-bathroom, 4,800 square feet and on 2.15 acres.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and we are located just north of Main Street in Breckenridge. So kind of between Breck and Frisco, so you know what area we're talking about as well.
Yeah, in the 10-mile range, they have amazing views. The mountains are over that way, but I'm sure you can see them reflected in these gorgeous windows behind us.
Absolutely, and we'll be sure to show you that along with the other qualities, just so you can understand what you can and cannot get in this price range.
Okay.
Huge home. Does present the opportunity for them to make it their own and to do some upgrades and changes, but you can't replace the square footage, you can't replace the views.
That's right.
And this home definitely has those things. So join us as we learn about home ownership here in the mountains.
Good morning.
Hey, welcome to this incredible house. So as we start our tour, like I said, I'm going to point out some things that help with home ownership and some of the unique things here in the mountains. This is our mudroom drop zone for guests. Incredibly important because 8 months of the year, we have beanies, jackets, shoes, things that you want to take off and you need a spot for them. Now, Lisa, real quick, can you go back and just take a shot of those skis? And if you haven't spent much time here in the mountains, you may not realize or may not have heard, but the 10th Mountain Division. These were some of the coolest, most hardcore guys in World War II. And they trained here in the mountains of Colorado so that they could fight on skis in World War II. And their legacy continues. Now here we have an incredible, great room. Not only is the space wonderful, but the views. You see the 10-mile range, and that is Breckenridge Ski Resort. It does not get much better than this. So I know that my buyers intend on having their couches frame here and here, and they are gonna look out at that incredible. So this space is also about fun and functionality with friends and family. They used to have a condo in Vail that was 800 square feet, and they would squish 12 to 16 people in it. So they're incredibly excited about this home and having the space to really enjoy. And I do know there is some tension between the husband and wife on who gets this space for an office versus the space downstairs that I am going to show you.
Wow. Okay.
But the natural light,
good place to have some coffee in the morning.
I know. The natural light floods in, and it is incredible. And one thing you may notice as we walk through this home is that it you see random furniture. And that's pretty common here in the mountains. So our homes a lot of times are sold furnished or partially furnished. Even if it's not your dream furniture, it at least lets you get started and you don't have to go furnish an entire home right away. So the sellers for this particular home, this was their primary residence for 20 years. And they took the furniture that's gonna fit their new home, but left behind what they don't really need anymore. And these buyers are pretty excited about getting started with a few things. So we are back to, this is where we started, the front mudroom, and opens up to the great room. We're now gonna go upstairs. Here's the primary bedroom, 2 guest rooms, and a full bathroom. Personally, think this bathroom is absolutely stunning. They've done a great job when they remodeled it of really kind of making it that mountain modern, updated. It's still bringing in some of the natural features of outside. And here's our primary. This family is excited because they have 2 kids. 2 kids will be here. Guests can be in the other spaces, but it will definitely work out for them to have the room they want. Now, as we walk through the home, we talked about furniture. Let's talk about some of the challenges of just your general upkeep and maintenance. One of those is trash. Trash is not very glamorous, but we do all have it. We do all make it, and you have to deal with it. So we do have a lot of options here to help you with that, because if you think about most residential areas, you pull your trash can out on a Thursday morning, you bring it back into the garage on a Thursday evening. But here we have bears, we have critters that like to get into our trash. So you definitely can't leave it out longer than necessary. And if you're not here, if this is a second home, it's not so easy to take it out on Thursday morning and bring it back in on Thursday evening. We do have companies that will go into your garage to get your trash. We have other companies that are more on-demand service. So maybe they don't come out for a month if you're not using the home, but then they can come out and you can say, hey, my family and I are leaving Saturday. Can you come out Saturday afternoon? Also, when we talk about some of the challenges of home maintenance, we do suggest that you have an access point for other people that don't involve a key. So that can be a garage pad, can be an electric lock on the front door. But that way, if there is an emergency and you are 6 states away, someone can still access your home. So again, just something to think about as you purchase a home here, if it's not going to be your primary residence. Again, this home is 4,800 square feet. I'm not exactly sure what their plan is for this den. I do know that they're going to make this their personal drop zone. So they're going to take out this wall and do some cubbies and hooks and boot racks and things like that along here. So their guests will get the beautiful front entrance, but they will have this drop zone. And I'm going to show you the garage. I know it's not that exciting, except for a garage here in the mountains is pretty exciting, because we have a tendency to accumulate so many toys. And it's nice to have a place to put them. So whether it's your mountain bikes, your stand-up paddle boards for Lake Dillon, your kayaks, your skis, your snowboards, your snow blowers, all of it needs a home. And it can be surprisingly challenging to find homes that have garages. It's kind of a crazy thing, but it is the truth, much less having a 2-car garage like this one that allows you to park your cars in and have room for all the toys. More storage for games, books, all the things. Now, to the right, Lisa, is another space. Again, not the most pretty space, but incredibly functional. This is the well room. And that little black thing there that says flow on top is very important. So if anything were to happen here, that is a water meter. It's a smart water meter. You download an app on your phone, and if there's abnormal amounts of water usage, it shuts the water off. Incredibly important here. If your heat were to go off, pipes were to burst, some kind of water leak, it doesn't matter. It's nice to have that sense of security when you are not here all the time. Now, this space, great for the kids. It's fantastic to have that second spot for the kids to play games, watch movies, be on the Xbox, and not necessarily always be in the parent space. I love my kids, but I do also love when they're not always in my space. So this is a workshop. We have bikes, we have skis, we have all the things. Just a great heated spot to be able to work on those toys. This homeowner likes to do woodworking and construction stuff, and so I think this is what he is going to use. Now, Lisa, how cool is this map? This was left here from 2 owners ago, and here's the home, and here's the views from this home. So just a really neat touch.
That's really cool. I love that they left it behind.
Yeah, neat. Okay, now heading through the game room, this is that extra 5th bedroom I mentioned. It is huge. It has a door, has a spot for a closet, has windows for safety egress, but technically in the county records, it cannot be a 5-bedroom home. And that's because of the size of the septic system. So it lives like a 5-bedroom, really functions like a 5-bedroom, but simply in the MLS listing, it says 4 bedrooms. And this isn't that uncommon here in the mountains. Sometimes it's extra rooms like this. Sometimes it's lofts, especially in our condos. I feel like we see something will be listed as a 1-bedroom, but it's really a 1-bedroom plus a loft, and $2,000 worth of framing and sheetrock will enclose that loft and make it a 2nd bedroom. So it is definitely something to know that just because something says 3 bedrooms, it may or may not be kind of quirky like this and have an extra room. So we did talk about well, and you would be surprised at the number of homes here that are on well and septic. It's very common. Our condos obviously are not, but a lot of our single family homes are. Again, people to maintain it, people to take care of it, but I just want you to know that that is a common thing, especially in Summit County. Now, join me as we head out to this stunning deck. And having an outdoor living space is incredible because you do want to optimize our summers. Well, like we say, people come for the winters, stay for the summers. And with a space like this, I would be loving it. And you really can feel the 2 acres that this home is situated on when you're out here. As we look at the hot tub, a lot of times people think of skiing simultaneously with hot tubs, and they are wonderful. They do have to be maintained though. So do know that we have companies that take care of our hot tubs. You pay them, they come out once a week, twice a week, depending on your usage. They will drain it when necessary. They balance the chemicals. They do everything so you don't have to worry about it and you don't have to think about it. Same with snow removal. We have companies that November through April, they will come out whenever we get 4 inches or more of snow, and they'll take care of removing that snow. Now, I hope you enjoyed the tour of this incredible home. I know my buyers are so excited to come tomorrow and start to make it theirs. But I hope you also learned a little bit more about home ownership here in the mountains, what that can look like, and some of the really unique ways that we have come up with to address those challenges. If you have any questions at all about what it does look like to own a home, if you are thinking something's bothering you, there's a challenge that we haven't talked about, be sure to reach out to Lisa and myself. We can walk you through it and we can find you your home here in the mountains. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or a thumbs up if you have anything to say in particular about this video. Look forward to hearing from you.